Welcome back, geeks and nerds, to the chill spot. I'm one of your hosts, one of your favorite two, soon to be podcasters, Jay Serrano with the GOAT.
El Cifer. What's going on, fam? How we doing? Yo, it's been
Today we're talking about the topic on hand. Every game needs a difficulty setting. Question mark, really. Does
yeah.
every game need a difficulty setting?
That is the question mark, man. Like, and you know what's crazy though? Life needs a difficulty setting, bro. Because why am I playing a new game plus here in life, new game plus difficulty, and
Oh
every
no,
update?
it's like +7 right now.
Yo,
These last 4 years, it's like keep ramping up the difficulty.
bro, that ass though, and every update I get is a nerf. My knees don't work,
Yeah,
like
yeah, they
my
keep
stamina.
nerfing us, but making the difficulty higher. Like, what? What are we
Like
doing?
this, these games really, this the game of life is ass. I'll tell you right now. Yo, what's up, coconut? So the question:
Coconut.
does every game need a difficulty setting? You know what, man? This is actually one of the toughest ones. Like one of the toughest questions I've had to have
Man,
had
what's
to.
up, bro?
You know what I'm saying? What up, Bremen? This is actually one of the hardest things I've had to consider because some games do would benefit from a difficulty setting, but some is also is like, yeah, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up and get good. But what's your take, man? I know you've been brewing on this one for a while. I gotta listen to what you gotta
Yeah,
say.
yeah. No, absolutely. So I can't say that every game doesn't need a difficulty setting, but to say every game needs a difficulty setting, I don't agree with that either. Like,
Hey,
for example, the thumbnail of this video is Liza P. And not only did they give you a difficulty setting to please the people that couldn't handle the standard difficulty, they also nerfed the bosses. It's like, why would you do both? Either do one or the other. Like, just given the difficulty slider was enough for you to go ahead and handle those bosses. If you couldn't handle it, you needed less damage taken or whatever, you could have just dropped the difficulty from the highest level, which is the standard of Liza P,
mhm.
and go with that. Instead, they ended up nerfing it and going with that. But what do you think?
Okay, so let's talk about Liza P, right? So Liza P is real quick, goaded. I've been
For sure.
glazing the fuck out of this game for a
For
minute.
sure, but I feel like my experience was robbed because I ended up playing it
Yes,
after the nerfs and after the difficulties.
yes, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now because I remember. So when I played Liza P, right? I played it on. Actually, I'm gonna tell this. I think this was a funny story, right? So when you came to visit and you played, because I was glazing the fuck out of this game. He goes like, "Fuck it,
Yeah, I
bro."
played the demo.
He played the demo on on PlayStation, right? And then he hits me up like a few weeks later, like I've been playing this shit, and I don't know, but I've been steamrolling the fuck out of this thing. I don't know what the hype is about. I was like oh, you said I struggle
No,
more
yeah,
in the
this is
demo.
what I said. I'm like, it's weird because when I was at your house in the demo, I was struggling, but then I don't know, chapter 4, and I'm like, I'm not having an issue, and I'm at what is it, something stalker, that the difficulty that was supposed to be the base difficulty,
Legendary soccer,
which is the
like
highest in the slider. Yeah,
yeah, it's wild to me because I was like
legendary stalker. Yeah.
because I remember you saying that and I was like, oh nah, it's because this game has been nerfed to hell, right? Because they wanted to make it more accessible for everybody, right? And man, yeah, I feel like your experience was robbed. Like now, here's the thing: the DLC did, in some aspects, needed to get nerfed because the way the damage that you were getting by regular mobs, not even the bosses, was like crazy. Yeah, I mean, so they had to adjust. They had to adjust that, but then they decided to just nerf everything, right? And I'm like, bro, it's a Souls like. It's a Souls like. It's supposed to be difficult. It's supposed to be challenging. It's supposed to be a get good type of game, right? And
Yeah, absolutely.
we have had this argument every time a new Souls game comes out, right? Uh, I always go back to Sekiro, for example. Sekiro, a lot of people bought it because they heard how good it was, and then a lot of people were like returning it or complaining that it needs a difficulty setting. And then you have the Souls elitists talking about like, nah, just get good, just get good, just get fucking scrub. And then you have people like, nah, I just
I'm one of them.
a Soul elitist. I
No,
used
not
to
elite is that you need to get good.
yo
Stop
oh
bitching.
no, facts, right? But
Cause
also,
no, an elitist. Cause no, people are always gonna move the goalposts, right? Like,
mhm.
oh, you did that. Why didn't you do it with no prayer beads, right? Don't add more strength. Don't do any fucking prosthetics. Like, you could make the difficulty yourself if you really wanted to. You wanted, like the same people. Like, oh, you couldn't do a SL1 run hitless. What noob? Like, bro, shut
Bro,
the fuck up.
every time, every time the get good crowd, it's like you said, the elitists get good crowd always annoy me because they will say things like, "Oh, I beat Bloodborne, cool. I beat Bloodborne on blood level 4. Well, I did a no hit run. I did a deathless run. I beat it on a DDR pad. I beat it with 2 potatoes plugged in." And I was like,
Yeah, I mean, I give those people credit because that shit is crazy, but
it is crazy, but
don't
who are
try
you
to
doing?
knock other people down for that either.
Who are you doing this for? It was like, oh, bro, like, oh, you beat it. Try doing with a Guitar Hero controller. And I'm like, for what? Like, no, like seriously, for what? And it's always
Facts,
it's
Bray, man. You couldn't do it with just your fist, not even a fist weapon, just your fist.
just your
Like, come
fist,
on, noob.
noob, fucking get good, right? So those are the elitists. I can't stand those motherfuckers. But I am also an individual that says just get good, right? And I say this because we go back to Liza P, right? I love the fact that game, when I played it, was difficult as hell. You know what I mean? The fact that they try to make it more accessible to me ruins the fucking experience because another thing that these games have, for the most part, if they've done well, I know Dark Souls has implemented it flawlessly, that the difficulty goes with the lore. You know what I'm saying? The difficulty actually goes hand in hand with
It
the
ties
lore.
in for sure,
Yeah,
especially with Souls games.
with
Yeah.
Souls games. You know what I'm saying? Like the purpose of like every Souls game, for the most part, with the exception, I think Dark Souls 3, right? You start off as a scrub, as somebody who has nothing, like no credentials, and then you get better because it's an RPG, right? Your character, you yourself get better. That by the time you are fighting Gwen, or it's not even Gwen, like Ornstein and Small, which is supposed to be like this huge challenge. You're confident because I've been growing as a character and you've grown in this dark world, right? That is the whole same thing with Bloodborne. And Bloodborne, the more insight you get, right? And the more confident you battle, you start fighting more and more
No, and
celestial.
then you start seeing reality and stuff,
Mhm.
right? Yeah.
So
Uh-huh.
asking for, what I mean, same thing as Sekiro. Sekiro actually does this, like the visual
No, Sekiro is necessary. Imagine having an easy mode and then you never die. You just literally take out the point of the game. This man
Mhm.
has the dragon's heritage to allow him to resurrect. Like,
So I don't think these games necessarily need a difficulty slider. And here's the thing: I'm gonna be empathetic to a lot of people when they say, like, look, man, I got a wife and kids. I come home from work. I want to play a game and relax. You know what I mean? I want to play something where I'm getting my shit pushed in for 2 hours. So I'm like, cool, that's fine. There's other shit for you to play. You don't have to play these games. You know what I mean? Because these games never hide the fact that, hey, I'm gonna stress you the fuck out. Everybody that goes into these games should know, hey, by the way, heads up, you're gonna die a lot. And also, it's your fault. Every L you take is 100%.
every so often it's the camera, but okay.
Well, yeah, but see, but the cameraman he's another boss. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, he's the ultimate boss.
The ultimate boss. The cameraman and Gravity is the best tag team since the Hardy Boys.
Oh, well, gravity sometimes is your fault. You dodge and you're like, you should have been at the edge versus Margit, bro. What is wrong with you? Dodge forward.
Dash forward. Stop panic rolling. But again, okay, so here's a question for you. When do games, in your opinion, need a difficulty slider?
Okay, so I'm really on the fence of really not needing it because an example, like the game you're playing currently on your live stream, Ocarina of Time, is there a difficulty slider?
No,
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 right?
no.
But they did release a master mode later on if you wanted to experience it a little bit harder, sure,
Mhm.
but it's not. Same thing with Mario, and those are supposed to be kid-friendly games. Mario 64, whatever. Super Nintendo games, anything of those games, if you couldn't get good for real, you're gonna get stuck, whatever. Move on to the next game. And the day and age that we're at where you can watch streamers, because I'll be the first one to tell you, I could watch a horror movie no problem because I can expect the jump scares or whatever, but I am a total bitch with horror games. When I was a kid, I had uh Code Veronica on GameCube. I went into this room and I never left because I was scared as fuck.
I was in the
But
same room.
but thanks to streamers nowadays, I can experience it through other people's eyes and not have to be the one to go through the punishment like this asshole with his heart and risking his whole life for you guys. I mean, he loves you guys, really.
You know, it's crazy though, because every time, like, you know, when we were talking about this shit before we went online, right? That when we were younger, we would do crazy things. You know, what I mean, that jeopardize the safety because we were young and stupid, right? Playing hard games, that's me because I'm a bitch. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm a total bitch. If you guys are over here like, oh, Cypher's so brave, no, he's not. I could tell you for free, he's not. Right? I am not a brave person. So when I play a horror game, I'm terrified. And then having a shitty ticker, I was like, what am I doing? What am I doing this for? I could very literally die. You know, I was like, but no, like, but here's the thing. What gets me is a side tangent is the fact that some of those horror games have some dope ass stories. Some of those horror
No,
games, though,
I watch your Lorvellas, the Resident Evil, man. They have these OP people, like, but
but it's not.
it's just not my type, not for me. But again,
I actually,
even if you make it an easy mode where, like God of War is that has that give me a story mode, am I really experience like if I really just want the story again, I could just go catch my favorite live streamer, which would be you, and watch it through you if you end up playing it. But if not, I still have other people like you recommended, just like big like Big West Snake, right? Like
yeah.
Darth, whoever plays horror games, like I'll end up going watching their stuff.
But I was okay. So here's I'm gonna throw in a little caveat here. Not a caveat. A little hot take. Horror games are the best experience you're gonna have with a horror game is literally playing on easy mode. And let me cook. This is why horror games should be experienced in easy mode instead of hard mode, because when you die repeatedly in one spot, it takes away, because the game is like, if you go on you know, if you pick hard mode, right? It takes away from the feeling the game is trying to convey, which is fear, and it turns into frustration, right? But when it's easy and every encounter feels like you're just barely surviving, it maintains that feeling of fear throughout the entire game. And if there's a game that I feel like should, for let's say Outlast 2. Outlast 2 has, I think it's two modes, which is like, no, three modes, like a hard mode, like a medium mode where, you know, there's like a lot of enemies, and then the like story mode or whatever the case may
Agreed,
be.
Stan. Continue, life.
Oh, long ass, long summer. Hey, facts. I mean, San, you speaking facts. But I think the mode is like something like story mode or some shit like that. You know what I mean? And that mode was way more terrifying than the medium, right? Because you're just so focused on like dodging enemies or like, you know, reloading the checkpoint because you keep fucking up. But when in a horror game, when you keep feeling that, what's the word I'm looking for? That you barely escaped, it adds, you know, fuels that flight or fight response that these games want you to have. With that being said, though, that's the only time I can say a game should have an easy mode, right? The best mode to play any game if you have a difficulty slider, and I don't know if this is a hot take or not, but is medium. Medium is
No, that it's yeah, no, I agree. It's the normal mode, whatever when you load into the game and it gives you difficulty settings, it's
whichever's
the default one that's highlighted.
the
It's already highlighted. Just click it because that's the one the game was intended.
yeah.
Easier will make you take less punishment. Harder just makes it so you like you just said you find less things to be able to survive. So you got to be more uh, inventory management,
More,
or you
more,
take more punishing damage, which is a point we'll get to as far as Souls games if they were to ever get to difficulty, because they kind of previewed what we really wouldn't want through Night Rain, like
with the endless nights,
with the Deep of Night,
the deeper night.
every depth. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Because
okay,
I can already see Miyazaki be like, no, what you guys already been experiencing, this is easy mode. Y'all want punishing mode? Here we go. Let's keep going harder and harder.
and just to throw it out there though, right? And it's interesting with Night Rain. Night Rain is interesting because that is a multiplayer focus. That is a roguelike. That is a an experience, right? But even then, put it like this, right? After you fight all the Night Lords, right? And after you fought all the field bosses, at some point, hell, you got motherfuckers out there beating Night Lords with like level ones or whatever the case may be. You know what I mean?
No, but I give them Ishizaki the credit because then they ended up introducing the Everdark modes, which
Mhm.
ended up being like phase 2 to phase 3, which is okay. It's a different challenge. You have a different move set to overcome. But now the Deep of Night mode is like you get red enemies. Even the mobs, like you said in Lies of P DLC, they can kill
They
you
can
if
kill
you're
you.
not on your toes. But it makes you play differently. In like regular base Night Rain, you're just looking for your best equipment,
The
best
basic.
passives. Here, you're looking for passives like damage negation at full HP. Like you might trade off a good weapon because of it, but there's also negatives on top of it. It's like, this weapon gives you max health, but every time you're below health, you're building up rot, and that shit could fuck you once you run out of fucking flasks and
Flask,
shit.
yep. So no, okay, I get it, right? But again, that's another game. Is like, okay, people were demanding like an easy mode or was too hard, and to me is, I don't know, man. You said something about the Legend of Zelda earlier. You said something about like Super Mario and all these other games, and I just came to a realization: all the best games, at least all my favorite games, don't have a difficulty slider. They don't have a difficulty setting.
Exactly, they don't have it. They don't.
All my favorite games that I've like that I consider my favorite games, they don't have a difficulty slider. Like, they're talking about Bloodborne, right? And I can tell you right now, if they remaster, remake Bloodborne, which knowing Sony,
All they need, because Sony's on that bullshit. All they need is to port it to fucking PC like they've done with all of their other first party games, and the PC people will fucking fix what it needs to do
oh,
with the FPS.
not even the FPS, like the fucking loading times, bro. Oh my, yo,
Oh well,
they
on your PC on a solid state drive, it should be fine.
it
Like
should.
no, they'll fix all of that shit. Like they just need to port it, like they did with. I don't know why they're holding that shit hostage, motherfucking Sony.
I
Um,
know exactly why. I know exactly why, right? They're holding that hostage because when their next console drops, they want a console selling game, right?
no, but it wouldn't impede that at all because the way that their formula is they'll make, for example, for Horizon Forbidden West and then God of War, they dropped the PC version a year later. We're talking about 10 years now for Bloodborne.
No,
And
true.
then the new one, the console seller, you're going to actually attract more people because you were able to reach more people on PC that wouldn't have been able to because they refused to get a PlayStation.
No. Fair. What I'm saying is that they would do like if they're gonna do a Bloodborne remake, right? Like they did Demon Souls. They're. I'm not saying it makes sense. I'm not saying it's a good plan, but I also know how greedy Sony can get.
No,
They
no, but from a bones up remake like they did with Demon Souls, even the remaster wouldn't compare. Like, because the remaster is the same assets, it's a little bit
no.
more enhanced,
I'm
but
agree. I'm agreeing with you. I'm not. But I'm saying it. I'm sure this is gonna happen, and I'm not saying that that's what I want to happen. What I'm saying is that these greedy bastards. That's what they would do. You know what I mean?
no, but these motherfuckers is like, stop focusing on The Last of Us. I don't know how many remasters you have there. Just give us one fucking Bloodborne, bro. One time. Just
That's
one.
one time, bro. I mind it. I like the both Last of Us Part One, Part Two, right? But I'm on this point. Every time I see a state of play, I unironically think like, yo, are we gonna see a Last of Us Part 2.5 remake? Well, yeah, I mean, it's also because you know what they do with the Last of Us, the same shit they were doing with like when people were waiting for Kingdom Hearts 3 to drop, right? And they just kept on re-releasing all the Kingdom Hearts, Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, 1.5,
Yeah, yep,
2.5,
yep, yep.
Kingdom Hearts 1, 2 remix. And I'm like, bro, just drop the goddamn game. Just drop the third game that has been like 10, 15 years in the making, which is crazy because, and we talked about this and we're getting a little sides off topic. I don't care. But companies, right? Nintendo, Sony, hell, even Microsoft, right? Or I don't know if they hear because I don't know if they have people who are chronically online like us. I'm like, bro, your fans, your consumers want a particular product that only you can make. And they're saying, hey, bro, listen to us. This is all we want. That's all we want. Just give us XYZ. And they see that as like, how about no? And we gave you something completely different that you definitely not only didn't you not ask, you didn't ask for, but you've been screaming for us not to do this one thing, right? Because we look at Xbox, right? Xbox is or Microsoft, bro. You got Rare, drop a banjo, drop a conquer. That's all we asking. Hey, when you make a Halo,
Perfect Dark, X, etc. All that. Come
Perfect
on,
Dark,
bro.
you know what I mean? Hey, instead of fucking up Halo, how about you just make Halo for what it is and stop trying to Call of Duty it up? That's all we asking. You know what I mean? Nintendo, you can just go to the Smash Ultimate roster and throw a fucking dart. Whoever it lands on, make a game.
Yeah, bro. All of those motherfuckers.
All
Like we were talking about the other day off stream.
mhm.
Everyone knows Ness from Smash, bro. From the first Smash on. No one's played. I don't even remember the name of the game at this point.
Earthbound
We had it
or
the other day.
Earthbound
Yeah,
in the West,
yeah.
Mother in Japan, bro. And here's the thing, like, oh, we don't know if it's not gonna be successful. Like, bro, fucking Deltarune exists. Is it Undertale exists? Those games were successful. They were basically Indie's version of Earthbound. Now, with that being said, when it comes shit, these companies really are playing in hard mode, right? Because they're not giving us what the fuck we want, and we are begging. Bloodborne, Bloodborne got a DLC, awesome, a great fucking DLC, but it didn't get two. Dark Souls, Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, they got two, right? Sekiro, they didn't get
Well,
shit.
Dark Souls 1 had one, but yeah,
Only had
Dark
one.
Souls 2 had
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
oh
Dark Souls
yeah,
2 had like 3, I think. And
yeah,
then Dark Souls 2 had 2. I mean,
had
Dark
two.
Souls 3 had 2.
Yeah,
Yeah. No, but then
Sekiro didn't get shit.
Sekiro, we didn't get one at all, but we did get the update
We got an
with
update.
the boss gauntlets, and they had the 3 inner bosses.
Yeah,
Like that was definitely a challenge. Those 3 inner bosses, and to even get to them, you had to already have known how to beat like specific bosses in order to get to unlock them, to be able to fight them. And I'm not gonna lie, man. The first time I thought I was gonna cakewalk this shit. I went through the gauntlet, and then I get to inner Genichiro, and he pushes my shit in. I'm like, what the fuck? He
what just
never did
happened?
this shit to me.
Genichiro putting hands on me? On Big Jet, nah,
No,
bro.
but having experienced those are like up there for my favorite fights ever. Inner
But
Ishin, inner Owl, bro.
look, I fucks with an update. I like a good update, right? If it's gonna provide me with more content, more quality of life changes, fix some bugs, I'm okay with that. I'm actually okay with that. What I'm not okay with is fucking with my expectations. You know what I mean? If you're gonna and we going back like if we go back to Lies of Peace, like yeah, drop a patch, fix some shit that needs to be fixed, but don't fucking trying to cater to to a community that don't want to play your games. Like people just want to be part of the conversation. That's why people were like when Elden Ring made Souls games mainstream, right? A lot of people just wanted to be part of the conversation, but people were just struggling. People were saying, like, I'm like, if I keep seeing the same fucking Polygon article, does plug in whatever game, does this need an easy mode? And I'm like, no, the fuck it does not. I finished it. And here's the thing, I'm not that great of a gamer. Not fuck, I'm the best, but that's not the point, you know. But there's
Mimic
another.
Tear came out for a little
I know, right?
bit.
I know, right? He literally snuck that in. But I'm gonna give you a good one, right? Silk Song, great fucking game, loved it. By the
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
for those who were there, thank you so much for the support on the stream, and support this one too. Make sure you hit that like. But Silk Song was challenging.
If you didn't get to watch it, go back to his channel. He has a 7-part series. Watch it, playing Silk Song.
It was such a great experience. I had a blast. Guess what I just found out? The highest downloaded mod in Silk Song is making it easier. People, there were so many like streamers and content creators like complaining, like, "Yo, bro, why the hell does this boss do 2 mask of damage?" I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, is that really what we're complaining about? Don't get hit, move. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to be part of the conversation, which is fine, but people
Love
also
the
need to understand.
PvP, by the way.
Uh, shit, Stan. Jay will gladly PvP you. And I'll record it. I'm gonna let you know right now. Stan,
I mean, you caught me one night just streaming, and I don't know how many wins in a row of just sitting there because that was before the update where they opened up the arenas,
hmm
and in front of Raya Lucaria, that's where the fight club was. So you would just drop your signs and just summon people to fight all the fucking time,
yeah, I remember you were streaming that.
or
It
put
was just
my sign down and be the summoned one. So you actually get the less health and all that shit. Hell yeah, that shit is fun as fuck.
yeah, that shit.
Invasion is another animal, right? Because these motherfuckers be ganking you. You have to be able to play the long game and all that shit.
And you gotta
I
outsmart
give
them and
credit
shit.
to people that are like Chase the Bro and all that can handle that shit. Oof.
No, and shit. Now in hero, I was gonna say heroic. It's heroic. Heroic.
Heretic. Oh,
Heretic.
heroic.
It's
He wrote it.
yeah. It's
I
not.
don't know.
It's not
Yeah, I was gonna say
heretic.
heretic. No.
It's not
Yeah, yeah.
heretic. Anyways, clearly we're
Hero tick.
ESL.
Yeah, hero tick.
But yeah, no, that ass. So many people, like,
Heroic.
bro, so many people will get so boastful, so fucking arrogant. It's like, oh, that game was easy. That game was boring. This is that. I'm like, okay, then don't fucking play it. Like, people complaining. I remember this is a little throwback. Mario Wonder came out, right? For the Switch. Great game, great platformer, real cute platformer, right? Mario Wonder. People are online, grown motherfuckers, grown people like me, talking about this shit is too fucking easy. I'm like, bitch, you're not the target audience. If you're playing a Mario game and complaining that Mario is too easy,
Look at the game rating, bro. What does it say on it?
it says not for your old ass. It is so wild to me because the same thing, bro, and it's crazy because like as we talking about it, all these core memories were like on been unlocking in my head. Breath of the Wild came out, and people were losing their collective shit because yo, they ruined Zelda. Some people were praising it, right? But there was a very vocal minority that was saying the game was too fucking hard, right? Before we start seeing those compilation videos, people doing trick shots and like breaking the game and all these crazy stuff. Cool. There were so many people complain like this shit is too fucking hard. Like, how am I getting one shotted by these mobs? And I'm like, bro, y'all was complaining that these other Zelda games are, treat you guys like little kids with the tutorials and shit like that. And now that Nintendo says like, all right, you grown.
No, and that's for a fact the best fucking tutorial. Breath of the Wild's tutorial is the best. The way they put you on the plateau, they give you a mini introduction of the world, basically of the different regions and shit, how to overcome them. Tears of the Kingdom definitely didn't have a good
That
tutorial.
that shit
That shit was
dragged.
ass.
That shit dragged. That shit
B-
dragged so hard. But I was gonna say about Breath of the Wild. I think my favorite part about that
yeah.
tutorial, which I wish I could experience, was when you're exploring the map. Like, oh, this map is really big, and after you get the three Chica ability, and it goes like, and then King Rome goes like, all right, bro, everything that I touch is my kingdom. Go have fun. And I'm like, yo, this shit is huge. And one of my best thing about that game is, by the way, Ganon is over there. You can go there right now, and if you feeling yourself. I mean, I
Yeah, you really the shit, go ahead.
go
And no, I
ahead.
know some of y'all really are the shit and fight all four blights of Ganon and then Ganon itself
Yeah,
with fucking sticks in your
with
inventory because you can
sticks and
only hold
cargo
like four of
shorts.
them.
Sticks in a cargo short. That's all it is, bro. Whatever, Gino. But again, my whole thing with this is that people in look, man. I'm not gonna tell nobody how to enjoy their games. I'm not. I really don't. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? I don't pay nobody's bills. If you want to experience something the way that you enjoy it, then have at it. But to sit here on these interwebs, on Lord Beer's internet, and be like, this game is too hard, fix it for me, and complain and review bomb and all this shit when the game is not, from a technical perspective, broken. Because there's a difference, right? There's a difference from something being broken where it's not how the developer intended it to work versus something just being difficult. Just move the fuck on. Shut the fuck up. You know what I
No,
mean?
no, and you're speaking facts. Just like FromSoft has not budged on that difficulty stuff. That doesn't mean they haven't went back and patched stuff that are unintended. Like pre nerf Radon, he was spazzing out. They was doing stuff that your character literally couldn't react to.
Couldn't
And
react to.
then Counselor Radon with all of the particle effects and stuff, they blinding you, right? So it was things that weren't intended. So they go back and fix it. You and I could still say, yes, we beat pre-nerf both of those, but we were bashing our fucking heads in
Nah,
with both of those, right?
bro, I shit you now, man. Concert Radon took some years off my life. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Like, not even Melania. Melania, I knew it. I knew eventually I could get her right. Concert
Yeah, yeah. It
Radon,
was just figuring out her waterfowl dance and her bitch ass taking my health for hers. I'm like, yo,
that's
it's not
it.
fair.
That's it, right? Like that's for real.
Yeah.
Which, but Concert Radon straight up was like, I remember because no boss because people were bitching about the DLC being too
1,000
difficult.
years of compassion.
Yo, sorry, that's actually hilarious. But I remember getting to Council Radon and see him post up. I'm like, oh shit, rematch, baby, let's go. Right? I'm excited. My boy is back. And I got to the first phase with relative ease, which from a lore perspective, it makes sense. You were supposed to go through that, whoop his ass, right? Because like the game's letting you know you already fought him before, this and that. You are that dude that beat him,
Yeah,
right?
and he's in Mogwin's body, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
he's
He's in
not
Mogan's
really
body,
him, right?
so
Yeah.
cool. But then when Mikola and him go fused and he goes Super Saiyan 3, and I shit you not, bro. I don't know how many times it took, like how many times I
Yeah, he
died.
wanted a piggyback ride.
Yeah, that's what he is. Like, you know what I mean? Like you never just jumped on your husband's back and just just let him take you places.
Oh, the worst L's, bro, was just getting double hugged. But I had to get double hugged for you. But go ahead.
Oh yeah, that I was so disappointed that I'll explain that. We'll explain that in a minute, chat. But then because when you said that's so sus, I got double hug for you. I was like, ah, thank you.
Pause. Pause.
Pause.
Hard pause.
but but I remember fighting Radan, right? I remember like throwing hands with him, and the first couple tries, I didn't even see past like the first two moves. He was just one shot at one shoot, two shotting me. I didn't. I'm like, bro, I haven't even seen what else this motherfucker can do. The only time that I consider is like, do I need to respec my character? Like, I don't know what to do. And here's the thing: I refuse to do the respec where everybody basically became Habal and
Yeah, no.
get the
And
wall
get a big
shield
ass
and just start
shield.
poking
Yeah,
it.
a stone sword shield and poke it. Nah,
Nah,
that's not for me.
nah, that's not for me, bro. Like, and I didn't respect. I didn't. I stay with my katanas, even though I didn't beat him with my katanas. I beat him with the Radigan sword. I forgot the god, the one that has the
Oh,
wave of light.
yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, that's how I beat him. But bro, the way
Yeah,
I
the light. Yeah.
screamed, and people were saying like, no, they ruined it. Elder Ring, the DLC is too hard, and I'm like, you know what though? The only time that I said this shit is too hard was with that boss. Every other boss, not that I was steamrolling, but I never felt nobody was impossible up until I fought that motherfucker. Um, I don't know. I don't know. Like I think I don't want to say
No, and then yeah, no, like heroic is saying right now, it's like that's also a difficulty thing in itself within the game. Like if you really wanted to make it harder, you could decide not to summon your mimic tier, right? Like
mhm.
go ahead. Like go ahead, fight him straight up. I know I have that ego shit in me that I refused my whole first playthrough to summon one of these motherfuckers. Like,
It's
except for Bale, I needed to summon that dude for Bale. That motherfucker yelling,
no,
"Curse you,
curse
Bale!" Like,
you.
nah,
Bell.
that shit was fucking epic.
I had to do that shit. I had to do it. Mind you, he's the thing. He doesn't even do damage to Bell. Like he
Yeah, he takes some aggro from him, so
no,
I guess
well,
it
yeah,
made it
he
a
takes
little
some.
easier.
Yeah, like I just like to me, I summon old boy, curse you,
Nah, that shit was
Bell, and I
dope.
was like,
No, I think you recommended it. Like, no, you have to
yeah, I
just
told
do
you
it,
it's like
just do it. Yeah.
just do it once, just do it. Here's the thing, and this might people might not believe me. Pre nerf Radan, I'm talking about Soul Scourge. I beat him where I was the summons because the summons for me, I don't know what it is in Souls game for me personally, right? And every time I use a summon, I cannot dodge because if the attack is not if the aggro is not on me, I don't know how to iframe it to do the dodge. So when you had that squad of the homies in Radan, Radan was just fucking me up with the back of his sword because I couldn't. I didn't know how to dodge if he wasn't locked on me. So I was like, okay, I can't summon these motherfuckers. Also, shout out to Patches on that fight because Patches, you summon, he was like, nope, I'm out.
He's like, "What? Fuck this! I ain't ever participate in this festival."
No,
Los Tigre,
no,
mate.
Tigre. What's up, Mike? I will say this much though, like when it comes down to a difficulty setting, has that like I'm trying to think if there's ever been a game where I have appreciated difficulty. And the only time I can think about where I've done games for like in the
Shout
different
out to Mike
settings.
for the 100 joules.
Ooh, shout out to Mike for the 100 Joule. Oh, dang it, we eating good tonight, bro. What's up?
Yeah, let's fucking go.
Let's fucking go. But no, but I was gonna say,
The Squidward dance. All right.
I know, right? That's I think it's on Metal Gear 3, not Delta, but the original one, because every difficulty, Once you complete it, it give it like it'll net you different rewards, and that's the only time that I've taken those challenges up. And but also, I'm trying to think if that was more because back in the day when I was younger, when I was a teenager, or not even young, like when I was just a kid.
We were broke,
Yeah, we're
okay?
broke. You know what I mean? So I used to play all these games just to because there was no options.
Experience everything.
Experience
Yeah.
everything. You know what I mean? It's not like now where, man, I don't think
I
I
have to
even
get
had.
through this game to be able to go back into my backlog, or something else is coming out like Ghost to Yote right around the corner. Like,
Bro,
okay,
everything that's
I need to
coming
get
out.
through this now. Like,
There's
bro.
so many games coming out between now and December that I'm like, yo, my backlog is just gonna just it's gonna
No, and like Stan says, once May 26th comes, like whatever games I have, gonna be put in the back burner because GTA 6 is gonna consume me for a bit.
can we talk? Can we talk about how blasphemous it would be if GTA 6 come with a difficulty setting? That
Yo,
that
no.
would be
So
so.
so so I think this is a point I didn't get to yet, but with the difficulty, it's also a hindrance, right? Like, not that we were bashing like sports games last week, but you could do it with like FPS shooters or whatever. They have difficulty sliders. But
Mhm.
then when you end up playing on these lower difficulties than what they're intended,
Mhm.
and you try to go online and face someone, it goes to the real difficulty that the game was intended to be on. You're playing Madden on easy or with sliders, or 2K with the
Mhm.
sliders or whatever, and then you play online and it's on All Star, All Madden, whatever, and or you've been shitting on people on Call of Duty, but now you're gonna deal with real people and campers, and the variable shit is
Yeah.
like
And
you're only
then
shooting yourself in the foot. Like,
mm,
I have no issues with accessibilities because I definitely agree. Everyone that has a they should definitely be able to experience these games too. I commend like Sony for making that special controller for people. Like, no,
the
that's cool.
accessibility control, yeah,
But
but
but even them, they conquer Dark Souls, Elden Ring, whatever. They don't need a difficulty slider.
I saw a dude like this dude that holds he holds a Guinness World Record, right? And I actually saw the video of him beating Mega Man X, X2, and X3 simultaneously, right? Like I'm talking start the game and then see the end credits in the same screen. You know what I'm saying? That was just one controller. This dude doing this, and it's impressive, right?
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's
Yeah.
crazy. Would I do that shit? No. But why do I bring that up? Right? It's because if you want to challenge yourself, just challenge yourself. You know what I mean? There's people that do this is mod for Pokemon or that people basically if your Pokemon faints, it dies. So it's out of
Oh,
your
it's dead.
party. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? So it's
Hmm.
actually pretty cool. But you don't need a mod to do that. You don't I guess what I'm trying to say is like the people that complain whether something's too easy or too hard, or you Nuzlocke, that's what it's called. Right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
isn't that a Pokemon name?
It sounds like a Pokemon egg, right?
I think
Nuzlocke.
it is a Pokemon name too, but
Okay.
that's that must be the mod. Yeah.
That you have options. You know what I'm saying? There's options available to how you want to, experience your games. Um, the thing is, I think where I have an issue is, and like I don't know why this irks me the way it does, is when people take this online and then the devs, um, like sometimes not even the devs, as far as the publishing company, you know, what I mean, who are like, whoever sending their pages, like, yo, people are complaining about this shit, fix it, right? And they fix it, and they end up ruining their game, their project, and when you talk about online, it's true. Like you can expect like this shit. When my brother was younger, when Freddie was a kid, he was playing Call of Duty, right? And he thought he was a shit because he was, doing through the campaign and stuff like that. He went online the first time and was getting murked. Mind you, my brother now is a way better FPS player than I could ever be. Full stop.
No, but how did he get better? The
Yeah.
same way you get better in Dark Souls and all that. He got good. He went in there, got his shit pushed in, learned how to play.
And that's all it is, man. Like you need to be okay with taking L's, and that's the thing. I think that's the thing that nobody wants to admit. Nobody likes to lose. Nobody's saying that they have fun with the losing. At least not me. Bro, if you
No,
guys
of
were
course
there,
not.
if you guys were there when I was fighting Carmelita in Silk Song, y'all
Silk Song?
saw my frustration, bro. I was pissed. But motherfucker, once you crack that code, once you open you unlock your shining gun and you start seeing the matrix.
Yeah, Coconut was definitely there.
Yeah, coconut death. Don't delete. We saw you. Nah, but once you unlock, I don't know what it is. Like that feeling, like surge of dopamine when you defeat a motherfucker
But
that's been
that's
wooded.
it, bro.
Like how?
Nothing could replicate that. Even though, like we were saying the other day, like these bosses really have a win-loss record on a that's out like Constant Radon. Like this man has to have be like 38-2 to me, right? Like I
Mhm.
won twice, and I'm over here like, yeah, I'm the shit. But bro, he pushed my shit in like 38 times. Like, what are we talking about?
Like if these motherfuckers like existed, like if they can speak to us and be like, "Yo, Cypher's out here bragging that he beat me, but he only beat me once. I whooped his ass at
Yeah.
least 50."
But that dopamine I get from getting that 1 out of 50, bro.
But like when I defeated Conservadon, right? My father-in-law was visiting, and him and my wife were hanging out in the living room, and I couldn't just. He was here for the week, and I couldn't just like go hang out because this thing. I've been fighting this motherfucker for a week at this point. Well, I say a week, but I had like a regular job back then too. So like every free time that I get, I needed to fight this motherfucker, right? So we're here visiting, and he was here visiting, and I'm over here playing, and I beat him. I was one hit, he was one hit, and I got him. The way I screamed, "Fuck yes!" Bro. I wasn't even streaming. I wasn't even streaming. I wasn't online, nothing, and I scream on top of my lungs. So, and then my wife had to explain to him like, "Oh yeah, he's been getting his ass beat by that one guy for a week now." I was like, "Yo, that was like the highlight of my week, and that can't be replicated. It really can't. So asking somebody, like, and I've said this
No,
before.
no, especially you with your Bloodborne experience. The way you had your first experience to after you actually played it, the difference of how you felt.
No, no
Come on.
facts. Okay, for those who don't know, right? So when this channel was very, very young, I was streaming. I
In its
was
infant years,
if it's
yes.
infant years. That's crazy though. Like, my boy over here recommended me to play Bloodborne, and I did. And I hated it, right? I was not doing good. Hell, I didn't even know the gun was used to parry. I was just shooting motherfuckers. And I'm like, this gun does no damage, right? Uh, anyways, I was online, and a bunch of people that were coming into the chat were like, "Yo, we'll help you," and I was summoning them. But what ended up happening was they were fighting the bosses for me, right? They ended up fighting the bosses for me, and I didn't finish because at that point, I was every game I streamed. I was finishing online, right? And that was the only game that I didn't finish. 'Cause I was not enjoying myself because they were just fighting the boss. I wasn't like in a corner, like that meme, like and the guy like with a drink, like they don't know that that was me. Like they don't know I don't know how to play this game. Like and then everybody else was just like fighting, and this dude was talking mad shit like you're not playing right, you're not playing right. And I'm like, bro, relax. That makes no sense. It's a game. Months later, bro, shout out to Vati Video, right? He like I was watching some of his videos, I saw the lore, and I was like, I missed all that shit. And then my brother let me borrow his PlayStation because I was in the process of moving. Anyways, long story longer, I played this shit by myself, and it was crack to me. I was bro when I beat Logarius, right? Because I think base game. I think he was like
He's
the
probably the best boss base
yeah,
game.
base
Yeah.
game. He was when I defeated his ass, I got so fucking hype. Logarius, I think base game because I love Gurman, I do, but I first tried Gurman. You know what I mean? Because hunters once you know how to parry, they become trivial.
Yeah.
Yeah, once you figure out how to parry, they become trivial. Because Gurman, Maria, Gascoigne, any
Oh, I love Maria, but that was DLC. Yeah.
yeah no Maria was fun. Maria was a great time, but also like she suffered from the same thing that Gurmans did. You know, what I mean, if you shoot them in the face, they drop on their knees. Um,
Yeah.
but Orphan of Kaz though, that motherfucker,
No, no. You know who? It's not even a boss. The dude that clapped Eileen the Crow, that
fucking
motherfucker is
the
beast, bro. His bullets hit like a tank. What the
the
fuck?
Bloody Crow of Kanehurst. Yo, I can if I play Bloodborne right now, I could probably one try everybody, no problem. The Bloody Crow of Kanehurst would to this day, bro, he just works me, bro, because his repeater pistol just fucks you up, right? And the damn katana, bro, he is. And the fact is, the fact,
I'm
and
like, yo, no wonder Eileen is out here laid out, bro. No
yeah,
shit. This
this
motherfucker is a
motherfucker,
monster.
fucking, he's the hardest non-boss than
In
most
all the
bosses.
souls,
Also, the
bro.
souls, bro. fuck that dude. You know what I mean? Yeah, he needs to get nerfed. You know what? Fuck it.
They ain't nerfing that.
This video is pointless. We need a difficulty slider. Release the easy mode Bloodborne.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. Just give us the PC port, and then on your PS6, let Blue Point make the remake ground up.
Yeah, from the ground. But you did hit on you did earlier when we first started. You did make me realize that all my favorite games, all the games that I think were like the greatest games of all time, a majority of them just had one difficulty. Yeah, I mean, the
You
legend.
you didn't have a difficulty. It's like here it is. This is how the game is supposed to be played. Figure it out.
Figure it out. Yeah, because we talk about Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. We talk about Breath of the Wild. I mean, there's a Zelda games, but we talk about the Souls games. You know, what I mean, all of them. Like, I can't think of any Souls game that has. Well, chat. Quick question: does the Jedi Survivor and Falling Order do they have a difficulty slider?
They do. They
They
do.
do. They do. Okay.
They do.
Then, yo, what up, Knight? What's going on, fam?
No, and a good boss rush, like Sekiro's boss rush, that's also pretty dope. Nice for 3 of the gauntlets. There's a reward. You get like a new skin and shit. Those are pretty dope.
Okay.
Uh,
No.
but yeah,
Also,
like
I mean,
it's a little different because you already have experienced most of them until you get to the inner versions of the three that I mentioned earlier.
but I also think that the this topic opens up a whole different discussion. Is at what point does difficulty meets innovation, right? Because what made the Souls game fucking the Souls game, right, was the difficulty. That's what made them infamous, and that's what then eventually that's why they grew a cult following. Then Elden Ring, they came into the mainstream, and then they got the Souls likes and all that shit. But at what point do it meets innovation? Because here's the one thing that I guess I'm missing is now that you know what to expect, you know what I mean, and how to maneuver. I don't get the same rush that I did when I was first starting playing Souls games. I'm not saying they're getting stale, right? That's not what I'm
No,
saying at
no,
all.
no, but you'll never replicate your first full playthrough experience of any of those games. Whichever
Yeah.
one of those games that you started with is probably your favorite. Like, it's just a fact. Even those of you that say Dark Souls 2 is the best and you're wrong, I know I can understand your opinion. Like, yeah, like that's might have been your first game and you had to overcome that. Okay.
Look, I I've said this multiple times. If Dark Souls 2 would have been Dark Souls 1,
Oh
then
no, if it was Demon Souls, like Dark Souls 2 is better than Demon Souls.
one
Like
thousand
let's
percent,
be
one
for a
thousand
fact,
percent,
right?
1000%.
Like Demon Souls remade is beautiful. It's the most beautiful game. It's more beautiful than Elden Ring. But at the end of the day, it's not that satisfying. You got False King Allant that was probably the best boss. And then you get to the end game and he's the actual King Allant is a sludge on the floor. It's like what the
Yeah,
fuck is bro?
and you have to like try hard to die to that motherfucker. Like when I say try hard,
Yeah.
you like putting your controller
You
down
gotta
is not
sit there
enough.
and get in front of him and let him hit you like
Like
bro.
put the controller down is not enough. And I say this, I think yeah, Demon Souls. No. Demon Souls was definitely the easiest one for me because I've played the other ones. I can see Demon Souls being difficult. It's like my introduction to Souls.
Understand,
Yeah.
but like I said, I understand if that was your intro and
Hmm.
that, especially when that was the only game that was out, no one had a guide to play it.
Hmm.
Everyone was clunky, heavy as fuck, wearing all the armor and shit. Okay, I got it. It was difficult, but hindsight, experience, people like now, Elden Ring has like 25 million copies sold. That motivated people to go back and experience the rest of the series, and
Yeah.
that's yeah.
A lot of people have asked me like, "Hey, I got done with Elden Ring. Where should I go?" Right? And I heard that Dark Souls 2 is the way to is the way to go after Elden Ring. And I'm like, whoever told you that does not like you as a
No,
person. Does not like you as a person.
he
And
don't like you.
I play. And here's the thing: I did the Elden Ring, the Elden Ring. Excuse me, Dark Souls 2. I did the DLCs.
No, the DLCs are cool. Like
That-
again, I'll defend it to a point. The Dark Souls 2 has the most bosses that you get, so you get the best bang for your buck. But they don't explain a certain shit, and then like we end up having these discussions ourselves. Like there's something that just feels off. Like you're sometimes when you're hitting the enemies, it feels like there's no reaction from it,
no,
or there's another times where you just like stun lock them forever. They don't explain to you ADP. It says something about like agility, but it doesn't tell you that it's gonna increase your
Yo,
flasks to drink your flask faster,
and
to have more iframes. It
more
doesn't really
iframes
say
is
that.
crazy, bro. Because I've seen, oh shit, I ain't even seen it happen to me where I keep was some enemy, who was it? The pursuer. Wait, his
I
command
love the
grab.
pursuer. He needs to come to Night Rain. But yeah, keep going.
Yeah, his he. Why isn't he a night ring? He will be perfect for that.
Man, yeah, he should be the perfect invader coming
Yeah,
from the fucking sky with his bird. Yeah.
yeah, for real, right? But his command grab when he stabs you, I remember one time I'm like, it was so clear, like my character teleported to be in front of his.
Oh yeah, the
I-
hitboxes on that shit is, oh my god.
so everybody was like, "Hey, nah, bro. This shit, Dark Souls 2 is the best because," and they'll give you the reasons, right? And I'm like, "Look, man, I get it, but I feel like most of you are contrarians, right? Because the lore is interesting, but it's not deep. If you know what I'm
It's a
saying."
little like weird too, the lore on that game. Out of
Yeah.
all the games too, this is the problem with not having Miyazaki. Not that I'm saying that they can't do it, because Ishizaki with Night Rain has proven to me, but that he already had prior experience with Bloodborne and then Elden Ring as the combat director. And Night Rain for sure has the best uh like character movement, character battling and everything. So I'm looking forward to what Miyazaki himself is gonna do with Duskbloods, right?
Hmm.
After, because they just keep building on and on and on.
Yeah. So that's after playing Night Ring, I actually have a good feeling, a good outlook for Dustbloods because Dustbloods is supposed to be a PvP PvE type game, right?
Yeah, 8 player PvPvE.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So I'm
The,
actually
the only thing that concerns me with that game is that Nintendo is not really known for having internet servers, and then FromSoft themselves haven't had the best connectivity. Like we have two recipes for, like, the Switch audience isn't really the people that you're looking for Souls. So the longevity of the game is also something that concerns me. Like,
mm,
people a year away, are you gonna be able to connect 8 people to do the thing, or are they gonna fill it in with bots? Like, I need to experience it. I don't doubt Miyazaki. That motherfucker says there's a game coming out tomorrow, and I'm buying it tomorrow.
no dead ass.
Unless it's that VR game that I don't remember what it was, but
Mm. No.
for PlayStation.
Yeah, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. Um, no, but same. Miyazaki will say, Miyazaki will say, "Yo, I'm dropping a new game tomorrow. It's about a crab, and it's a Souls like." And I'm like, "All right, bet, cool." You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like,
Conservadon should be a raid in like depth 5 of the depths. Like, you want difficulty, here you go. These motherfuckers. Like, they could have introduced some harder bosses
I
each
think
depth that you get into.
I do think that Melania should have been a field boss,
Yeah, like there should have been,
at
because
least her first
clearly
phase.
what the way they approached it is they took two main bosses from each game. So there's two from Dark Souls, two from Dark Souls 2, two from Dark Souls 3, and then two from Elden Ring, which is Morgot and
Loretta,
the grafted, what's his name? Godfrey? No.
no, Godric.
Yeah, Godric. Yeah,
Yeah,
Godric the grafted. So those are the two main ones, and then all the field bosses are like minor bosses, and they're not even like their full versions. Like, if you find the golden hippo, he never goes golden. It's just a gray hippo. He
yeah, it's a
doesn't
good
get the
set.
spikes or none of that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same. I mean, no.
So like, what they could have done with the depths, instead of just making it more punishing, where you're taking more damage and you got negative aspects, they could have also introduced more bosses. So yeah, I definitely think they could have done more with Shizaki. But I already saw the counter to it. The counter argument was that some people that are playing Night Rain never experienced Elden Ring, and this is a little gateway for them to go into Elden Ring and play it and not be spoiled, because
No,
they
that
have similar movesets. But again, Morgot and Godric have unique movesets in Night Rain that they don't have in
yeah, I was gonna say
base Elden Ring.
because definitely Morga has he has more moves that he had in the base game, or he had moves that go for longer, right?
Yeah,
Like instead of throwing two daggers, he throws like 15 now back to back and shit. Which again, I
that
get it.
bloody stuff that he does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Godric has grafted feet, all that. Like, yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty cool. Like, they could definitely innovate. Yeah.
No, 1000%. But yeah, nah. Ultimately, I think. I think you and I, came to a solid conclusion here that nah, games do not need difficulty slider. Honestly, if I think games are better when they come out with one difficulty setting and that's it. I think that should be the standard, that and that might piss some people off. I think that should be the standard because you don't have to adjust. Like hard mode for me always irritates me because most games the hard mode basically means the enemy deals more damage and he takes
And they're
less.
bullet sponges.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're bullet sponges all of a sudden. Yeah.
And that becomes that to me is boring. You know what I mean? Like
No,
that to
agreed.
me,
Like like I think you and I together we did like legendary on it was either Gears or Halo, but it's like
yeah.
okay, we did it, but was it really that rewarding?
Was
Like
it
having to
was it
fight the big grunt, like just eating our bullets. Like yo, we got to run around find bullets. Like it's
Yeah, and that's what it is. Like, okay, you can down me in two shots, but like, what is like, again, what is the actual point? You know what I mean? Because and that's why I always will champion FromSoft in other Souls like games if they do it properly, because the difficulty comes from these characters. It's built in, right? And you can, depending on how you make your builds, you can make the game as hard or as easy as you want. Then once you solidify your build, everything in between is straight up skill. When you play like when we talk about Gears of War, when you play that shit on Epic or whatever their hardest mode is, you
yeah.
just spend so much time in cover, right? Because you don't want to get down because this motherfucker look at you weird. You splash as much bullets as you can, and then they are still the same, still trucking along, and you be like, "Oh my fucking god, bro!" And it just makes everything. It's hard, but it's what's you use a term that
It's
you use
artificially
artificial.
hard. It's just artificially hard. Yeah,
That's
no,
the
it's just
term.
there. It's not. It's I want to play the game how the game was intended to play. Like that's just the way it is. That's how I want it. You end up hearing from the directors themselves it's like, oh, I can't beat it with that. Even Miyazaki, he motherfucker can't beat his own games,
Oh
bro.
yeah, didn't he say that he's not really a gamer either?
Yeah,
He was
yeah.
like,
No, and yeah, and we still haven't gotten his magnum opus. He's not what he's still getting to what he wants to do. We're still not there. Like
uh,
bro.
now I will say this much though.
I'm happy to be living in the same time as Miyazaki.
Yo, facts. He should do what Kojima did and leave
Oh, have his own con, bro.
uh,
Yo.
that would be dope. But I was saying no, because you know how Kojima basically there's a report saying that he left his staff a thumb drive with all his ideas.
Oh, bro, that would be dope.
They should do that with me.
People that you trust, like
Yeah.
you clearly got trust in Ishizaki to do stuff. So like someone like him, or like Akira Toriyama with Toyotaro, right? It's like I
Yeah.
gave you the keys to the kingdom. Go
Do
ahead.
do what you got to
Even
do.
though they're in legal disputes with
What
Koei or something to see who's really has the rights
to
of what the story is gonna be. Yeah.
that's also that's a different topic, but yeah, that's also to me is kind of fucking crazy. Like, yo, just let my man Toyotaro cook. Just let him cook, cause y'all not gonna do shit with Dragon Ball. Yeah, yeah, Suecia is not gonna do shit with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was gonna say one last thing though.
We need a stream on that. All right, we gotta write that down.
Yeah,
No
we
worries.
definitely gotta write it. Definitely gotta write that one down. But here's what.
But you guys could do us a favor, join the Discord, put it in there. It's easier for us to go back and to
Yeah,
learn.
if you
And
if you
suggestions of what you guys want to see us talk about, definitely. We
if
recommend it. We appreciate you guys. Every time you guys hit the like button, it motivates us to continue making these type of videos.
yeah, what he said, but in Spanish. Now hit a
And in
hit
and in German and Mandarin, etc.
whatever you want, right? Nah, but
In
straight up,
Hindi, yes.
hit the hit the Discord and just not only do we encourage you guys to give us suggestions, we highly motivate you guys to do so because if not, me and this dude can just we honestly can talk for hours about whatever, right? But real quick before I forget, I need to get this out.
Yeah, go ahead.
There are some games that I just think about it now before we end the stream that I'm like, you know what? These motherfuckers needed an easy mode, right? I'm gonna bring up only one time the Lion King for the Super Nintendo because that shit was fucking hard. But do you guys remember that Capcom game, Ghouls and Ghost?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Fuck, that shit was difficult. And you know what? Back in the day, for those who are now, old enough, who didn't live through the Super Nintendo and then Nintendo 64 era, You know, some games used to penalize you for playing on easy mode. Like some games will only
Bro,
go ahead.
like you remember Ninja Gaiden? You get your shit pushed in, like you want to play on easy mode, you little bitch. Like,
Yeah, yo, for real. Like they will talk shit, right? Like some games will like give you like a weird ass outfit or something, or like one of the most disrespectful shit that I used to see. Some games will say when you play on easy mode, it was like, oh, you only can play up to the fourth level. Go back on normal or hard mode if you want to see the rest of the game, right? And I'm like, oh, fuck off! Like I'm just trying to like enjoy myself and shit. So it's crazy because you know they used to really penalize you, but some of those games, Contra, deserve the
no,
fucking
no. So people that are watching your current live streams, there's a feature on the Switch that you are using where you could rewind and stuff. Those type of games, Lion King, Aladdin, they deserve you to be able to rewind from that bullshit that you
from
be
that
dying from,
bullshit.
bro.
Yeah, that fucking the look back, bro. There's another game, and I still don't know, bro. I promise you, I don't know how I did it. I I finished these games, and to this day, I don't believe that I did. Right. So for the Game Boy Advance, they dropped the spin-off Mega Man Zero. There was four of them, Mega Man Zero, 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? I had them all, finished them all. Holy shit, these motherfuckers were hard. When I'm like in you know that channel that does like the honest trailers, they did
Yeah,
one
yeah,
about Mega
yeah. I
Man.
like those. Yeah,
And,
yeah. They're
and,
super funny.
and they said that Mega Man Zero, oh like, oh, the Dark Souls of the series, right? This shit, Lord Tigre, what a deeper. What's up, fam? Yo, you came right on time. We're about to get off. Nah, but I remember playing this game, right? And this game had this Licey Campeón. Oh shit,
Oh,
yeah. Oh, they calling you out,
yeah.
bro. They calling
Mierda
you out.
paliza. Mierda paliza. Yeah, uh-huh.
but but I, because the games you have lives, right? The live system, and then if you die, you know, what I mean, you go back to the whatever checkpoint, right? But if you lose all your lives, you gotta start from the beginning of the level. When I tell you, this game, you had to be pixel fucking perfect. And then like the last boss was like a 5 phase, like all of these games had multiple phase of boss, right? And if you fuck up and you gotta start from phase one, and if you lose all your life, you gotta start from the beginning of the level. And this is the last level. This is already difficult just to get there, and you try to get there unscathed as possible, or with energy reserves, and fight that shit. And I think about it now because I re they did like a little legacy collection on Steam, and I bought them, and I tried replaying them, and I'm like, how the fuck did I do this?
Well, I'll give you some benefit to you because nowadays those games that were made back then were for specifically those type of monitors or screens. Like you play like we were playing right now Ocarina of Time and the graphics don't look as great on our high definition TVs and all that. But you get a old what do you call those TVs? The TVs we used to have with the three
Mm,
plugs or whatever. Like
the bitch
the
would
graphics look better there, and they actually the game reacted to your movements easier as well because the input delay wasn't there. So that's how it was. Yeah, CRT TVs.
the
Yeah,
CRT TV. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you
yeah.
something. Um, and yeah,
So
yeah,
I'll give you
see me
some
struggle.
benefit for that.
Yeah, no, I didn't even think about it, and that makes a lot of sense because thinking about it now, because for those who don't know, I'm doing the live streams for Ocarina Time. Then I'm gonna do Majora's Mask, right? And
Tuesday to the Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern.
yeah, what he
Catch you
said,
there.
catch you there, baby. Come on, it's a good time. The how outdated these controls are and the input delays be fucking me up. I'm like, bro, I'm playing this game like it's the first time I'm playing it. Like, why am I struggling? Like, and
That's what it is, bro.
and
Even though we have our monitors that are 1 millisecond input delay, it's just those games weren't meant for what we were actually playing. And at that time, our brains were at the same input of what it was showing, even though it might have been just that we were already used to it playing it all the way through.
no, it's
Now
true.
you're playing new games that are expected to be on these high definition monitors or etc. And they
And
have instant reaction, etc. Yeah.
they're supposed to be responsive and because something that I excuse me, something that we take for granted now is that a lot of these games, you know, they are when it comes down to the hitboxes, right? Like everything. how do I put this? Everything follows a specific formula. You see people when they do like the frame by frame and they do like the hit data.
All
They
the
say,
analysis that
yeah,
they do, yeah,
it's like,
yeah,
okay, this is the radius of this attack, this and this. Back then, it was just like you going off of pixels. You know what I'm saying? And then it was hard to gauge because like it's happening to me at World Arena time. It's like, how the fuck did that shit hit me? And I'm all the way over here, and then that same attack or that same explosion from the bombs, I'm like right next to, it, but it doesn't do shit. And I'm like, where? What is where's the hit detection? And I think we have kind of like trained our brains to play these games the way we play them now. Like it's second, for example, second nature for all of us to, left stick move, right stick camera, right?
yeah,
Playing
yep,
Ocarina of Time, and then like my left stick is literally my face buttons. Not my left stick. My right stick is my face buttons for items. I'm
yeah.
over here,
The C buttons, yeah,
yeah, and I'm over here like, what the fuck? And then I have to change my camera with a button, and the cameras have only four um cardinal directions to look: north, south, east, west, right? And it's
yep, yep.
so trippy because I just spend time just like catching my bearings. But again, still doesn't need an easy mode.
No, it don't. It don't.
If
Because you end up your brain ends up picking it up after a while if you dedicate the time. But if you get frustrated like me and I'm like, man, I'm just gonna go play what I've been playing.
no, that's
Like,
legit what it
but
is.
I'm in consideration to those old retro games that you're mentioning. Like, if it was a front soft game, nah, I'm not. I'm not quitting, ever.
I think
Because that like what you were saying, what we were talking about in your Zelda streams. That Stalfos Link is literally the people that never ended up finishing and gave up halfway through the game, right?
mhm.
That's my headcanon. Like you're the one you're the reason that Link exists because you didn't finish the
You didn't
game and
finish the
allowed
game. You
Ganondorf.
you let
Yeah,
him
yeah,
you let him get lost in the lost water, you piece of
yeah.
shit.
But
But
the other two timelines are the ones that beat him. There's the childhood timeline, the victory adult timeline. Well,
Nintendo,
he's not even an adult,
that motherfucker's a
motherfucker.
teenager, bro,
Yeah,
with the mind of a child. Like
yeah,
if you think about it, like Ocarina of Time, like that motherfucker woken up by from a nap by a fucking fairy and said, "Hey, you gotta go save the world, homie." And I was like, "What the fuck?" Like, and like I was just chilling in my little tree house, and now I gotta go save the world. No big deal. And like nobody talks about how trippy has to be. Like he goes from his adult body, he adapts to his adult body, but then he has to go back and forth. And I'm like, "Yo, I used to be able to reach over that shelf."
yeah. It was like,
Mhm,
yeah. Every time I
mhm.
gotta be trippy. It's like
Uh,
when he goes to the future, it's like he jumps for no reason. Oh shit! What the fuck? It's right there.
what is going on?
And then he goes back to the past. Like, oh! What the fuck? Yeah,
It's
nah.
it is so fucking trippy. But again, I love the game. Um, overall though, you got anything else?
For difficulty on games, no, man. I think we hit like the subjects because there's, like I said, there's some games that yeah they have it. At the end of the day, uh, if you end up pursuing it, because a lot of people end up loving those type of games and they go on to see what the multiplayer is, and then they face reality, and it's like, oof, you've been doing a disservice to yourself the whole time and hindering yourself.
But
And then back to the main topic with your thumbnail, you hinder the experience for someone like me with eyes of just adding the difficulty slider should have been enough, but then to nerf it on top of the difficulty slider is like if you really are having a hard time, slide it down for those that they accommodated already by adding the difficulty slider.
you
Like,
you brought up the multiplayer aspect multiple times about people that have been shooting themselves in the foot by playing easy mode and going and playing online. To those people that play online and and complain like, oh, because we seen the memes like, oh, imagine working 10 hours a day, coming home to play, and you get shitted on by a 10-year-old or whatever whatever the mean is. Though to me, it's like, look, man, what do you want me to say? What do you want me? What you want these game devs to do, bro? Like to create a league just for bums? Like that. Like I'm being dead ass. I'm like, yo, I want to play a game. I want to win. I want to enjoy myself, but I want to play with people who are better than me. That's like that is crazy work. That is such an asinine mentality. Like, bro, just enjoy it for what it is. If you're not good, then don't fucking play multiplayer, bro. Most games have like options where you can play with the CPU, play with bots.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
bots. Yeah,
yeah, play the
do
boss.
that.
Like, and then people like, oh, I have a life though. I'm like, okay, cool. Then
Okay, then don't complain.
don't
Like,
complain.
and clearly you're complaining about kids that have time, right? You don't have the time.
Or
What are we talking about
or
here?
if it's not a kid, like if because it's always the same. It's always the same fucking
Oh yeah,
user
you're a
survey.
basement dwelling.
You're a
We're
basement.
basement dwelling people
You're
here that.
tell me you don't get pussy without telling me you don't get pussy. I'm like, all right, relax,
Yeah,
homie. Like you're the one
no
who's
problem.
like you're complaining because I'm better than you in the game, and the game that you're also playing, but you're also telling me a loser because I'm beating you because I'm winning, but because you assume like I'm just better than you, and again, those are the same people that will go online, go into the forums, go into Reddit, and then complain because they need to be catered to. Fucking fucking bitches. That's
No,
what they
no,
are.
you like we said on our previous cast, episode 1. You can't cater to everyone, especially the vocal minority, because you can't win. You nerf it, and now you got them complaining, "Oh, this too easy." You don't nerf it, "Oh, you're not catering to everyone." But to be
It's
fair, this game is not for everyone. We're
it's
not
not
here to make Rainbows and Ponies number 9. Like, I don't know.
like no, and that's what it is. And if you do buy Rainbows and Ponies number 9, you can't complain that it's too easy. Like, oh my god, they ruined it,
Yeah,
bro.
like that's what you expect,
I was
right?
like,
Like,
it's
what do you
Rainbows and
want?
Ponies, bro. Like, shut the fuck up. Like, like I'm here to fucking ride ponies and cross rainbows. I ain't gonna lie though.
Pause.
I will play Rainbows and Ponies. Do I need to play the first 8 to get the
We gotta
story?
hit the devs to make one of these.
Hey, I wouldn't be surprised. As long as it's not
Yo,
Nintendo.
so much number 3. That's the peak one in the series, bro.
It's the best
That's
one
the
though.
goat.
I honestly
Yeah.
I like Rainbows and Pony number 5, bro. But when they introduced the Black Stallion, that's when they lost me. I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Nah, that
but
that could be a little theme game, a little Steam series people make. But
you know,
if y'all do, remember y'all heard it here first.
bro. If they do, I like if one of you, my chat.
I'm not even gonna sue y'all. Just give us some credit, bro.
No,
Come on.
no, not even a. They didn't even make me an OC character. I'm like Cypher the Stallion. Like just throw a Cypher character. Like I'll be a horse. Hell, you can make me into a jackass and I'll be in Rainbows and Ponies. Like I don't care.
The
Yo, like,
donkey character. Look at this. Yeah,
I know,
fuck.
right? And I just give trivia about the other ponies. You see that pony over there? That is Megan. Megan likes hay. You know what I'm saying? Like, Cypher called me a
Okay,
dumbass. Will be.
Cypher Code.
No,
Oh no, that's something you have to get is your soundboard, bro. We need that Trobio.
Trobio. Oh, you know what though? Like I don't want to say this is a dream, but I would love this. I would love for this to happen. You know how in Cyberpunk 2077, they had streamers and other characters in the game. I'm like, bro, throw me in there, bro. I'll like in the next Cyberpunk, I'll be a bum. It's like, you guys got some chrome. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll be that guy. Like the loading. Oh, yo, Rico, that would be dope. I'll be the loading screen donkey.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
heck yeah.
giving all the hits. Press A to talk to other horses. You know what I'm saying? I would love no like one thing I legit would like to oh shit. Look, we gotta ban somebody. Look at this motherfucker. Drop it in racist shit. There's always one, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Look at
it
this.
would-
Really? And you're gonna call yourself system notification? Oh my god! Like, okay, so the lack of creativity a motherfuckers be having sometimes. Like, you know what? Because like, here's the thing. Right, and back to the easy, hard mode, difficulty setting. If you're gonna be a piece of shit, bro, why are you playing on easy mode? Like, why are you gonna do shit that is so fucking utterly predictable? So like, they're not even good roast.
No, no, no. You be on that easy mode over here coming in talking shit, and then with a system notification profile with no name, nothing linking to who you are, because you a bitch and
Cause you're a
scared,
bitch.
right?
That's all it
No,
is. That's literally
you
all the
wanna
fuck it is.
you're literally one of those people to give me a story mode. I got you, no problem.
Yeah, that's
We on
all it
real
is.
life mode, bro.
And that's the true basement dwelling motherfucker right there. That is a true, what's the word I'm looking for? Bitch. That's what a bitch looks like. You know what I'm saying? But Cypher installing Chrome in a shady block seems right. Yo, I'm gonna tell you right now. If there's a new Cyberpunk, shut up. You know what?
No, yeah,
Can't say
no. I'm glad that we waited for it to be patched up and everything. That's a fucking great game.
that is a
Yeah,
phenomenal
yeah.
game. Is
CD Project Red did their thing,
did their
and I'm
thing.
glad they didn't abandon their shit. They lied to everyone saying it runs good on PS4. That they
Oh
lied.
no no no
No
no!
problem.
They were lighting their
That, but
hat.
that but that wasn't the devs. That was the at the end of the day, they're corporations, and the fucking money wanted the money.
That's all it is.
Forced that shit out. They
Fucking
forced that shit out. But
fucking
the people that
capitalism.
loved that game ended up making it, and then giving us that. What was the DLC? That shit was dope too. With
That's
Idris Alba and all.
yeah. That was dope.
Bro, I don't. I beat it twice, and man, the second version with that girl.
Hmm
That shit was scary, bro. That horror scene that you go
hmm
through with her, bro. That
Bro,
shit was scary.
now I want to play.
Liberty City, yeah.
Now I want to play it. Wait, is it
No,
Liberty?
that shit was dope.
Is it Liberty
Yeah.
City? Isn't Liberty
Oh
City
no, it's not
GTA?
Liberty City. That's Grand Theft
That's
Auto. It's
GTA. That's not Liberty. God, hold on. Let me look it up, man, because it's gonna
yeah.
bother me. Hold. Let me see.
No, and all I want is because my son we just got him a gaming laptop,
Phantom
and we
Liberty.
do got Phantom Liberty. Yeah, there
Phantom
we
Liberty.
go.
Liberty City is
Uh,
GTA.
GTA, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
No,
yeah, yeah.
all I want is a mod for me to ride um one of those flying cars. Like we can access them a little bit, but it's like a cutscene,
All
right?
right,
Like I want to be able to actually fly that.
so here's my 2 cents when it comes down to Cyberpunk though. Great game, great fucking game. Them bitches need to be third person though,
They should give you the option for third
because
person. They should
how you
because
gonna drip me out in one of the cleanest drips in gaming
facts,
and be
facts.
first person, bro? Like every time I walk past a mirror in Cyberpunk, I had to look at it because I was like, damn, I'm drippy as fuck, right? They needed to drip out. I mean, excuse me, make the game third person. And also, people, don't forget to like this video. Let's make sure that CD Project Red gets this shit so they can add me and Jay as NPCs, bro. Like I said, I'll be somebody
Yeah,
selling shit.
I'd be one of those people stuck in the fucking taxi, like, oh, this shit is fucked up.
Yeah,
Can you come save us?
bro. I don't want a major role. I don't want a lead role. No, I'll be an NPC. Come find me. And you know me, I'll be the type that will create my character and I will go find my character so I can beat my character's ass.
Man, I'll tell you what game I'm looking forward to is that fucking Lego Arkham game, bro.
that
See
shit
that
looks
in my life,
that shit looks crazy
and
cool.
that shit don't need no difficulty setting. My son played like what Lego DC Villains. I don't think that shit had a difficulty setting.
Yo,
We're talking about kids don't need it. Why do we need these difficulty
bro,
settings?
you know that's actually the best way to put it because as kids you give them a challenge, and especially if they're gamers, you give them a challenge, they will fucking overcome the fuck out of that challenge. Straight the fuck up, right? It's us old heads out here complaining like, "Oh my god, that was bullshit." You know what I'm saying? And I'm thinking about it like now, like I struggle a lot more now as an adult playing games than when I was a kid. And I don't know, it's because
There's literally no excuse. I don't even know the name of the channel in the top of my head, but there's a guy that introduced his 80-year-old dad to Dark Souls, and he's already been playing all the way through, and he's currently in Elden Ring, and he's conquered Radon. Like that shit. Yeah, he that shit pushed his shit in, but he's finally getting that shit to click, understanding. Like, if an 80-year-old can do it, they say old dogs can't learn new tricks.
that's
That's a
about
lie.
that's
If
actually a
you put
lie.
your mind to it, you could do it.
No, that's 1,000% a lie. Hell, I still can't get over the fact that the most downloaded mod in Silksong is a damage negation one. It's like you guys modded in easy mode. You guys are pathetic. I don't
No,
care.
like
I don't.
you could like we said, you can make it as difficult or as hard as you want or as easy as you want. Like you with the example for Silk Song, you refused to deliver the meat to get the
Mm.
actual damage output that you should have been doing. A lot of these bosses that you did, you still did them a lot quicker than most people even give you credit for. You would have done them way quicker if you were doing damage. Like, what are we talking about here?
Remember when I beat that one boss and he goes like, "Oh shit!" Like, you you must have upgraded your needle before this one. I was like, wait, you could upgrade your needle? I was like,
Yeah.
it was like, yeah, you got to do it
Wait,
over there.
what?
I was like, wait, what? I've been fighting with fucking standard issue gear and shit.
I've been with the baby
With-
sword that Link got in the beginning of Ocarina of Time.
I was
Fuck.
like, I was so flabbergasted. Like, wait. You can, you can upgrade this bitch. And oh, remember that
Shout
one
out
dude?
Coconut.
That one dude's like, "Oh, you struggling?" I was like, "Bro, I just beat him my second try. What are you talking about?" He was like, "Nah, but you struggle." I was like, "Ah, get the fuck out of here." You
Yeah, no, it's all right. We're not. We can't all be dude perfect. I got it. You the shit,
yeah,
bro. You
you're
the
the
go.
shit, bro. Like
Start your channel so we can see it, bro. Let me see.
you're clearly better than me. You know what I'm saying? But also, real quick, for those who don't know, when I stream, when we stream, right? I do it vertical and long form. You know what I'm saying? So so whatever format you guys prefer is there, and once the videos is over, right? You can still rewatch this episode on the long on the it's gonna be on the podcast playlist. So please go ahead and check us out. Give us all the likes, all the views. That way we can continue doing this, and and we keep providing our genius level intellect when it comes down to gaming.
At least our perspective on things, especially
Yeah,
his,
because
because this is who we're here for, right? We're in Cypher's world,
it's not
which is
Cypher's
welcome to
world.
all nerds and geeks. We are all in, right? This is who this community is for. Again, we want you guys all in the Discord. We want to build this up because we want
It's
your
a good
feedback.
time.
We want it. We want
Because
it.
it's a good
Yeah.
time. You know what I mean? Oh, just don't be a piece of shit. And that's
And you're appreciated. Every one of you guys that show up here, give us the likes, give us the love. We see you. We definitely see you all the time. We if you're a returning chatter, we'll see me welcome you back.
with
I
open arms.
appreciate you. If you're a first time chatter, anyway,
Also, real quick,
however you're consuming it, we'll take it. Huh?
real quick. When I say genius level intellect, I was just talking about him. You know what I'm saying? I have very average intellect. You know what I mean? It can't get any more average. This man over
No,
here,
these people are gonna start being like, "Oh, what's your IQ?" I don't have no idea. I've never taken one,
I have no fucking
but
idea.
I'm a logical thinker person. I'm always like that. So,
Yeah,
but you are too. Like at the end of the day, us having these conversations is what gets us into these deep thoughts.
the only the
Without each other, this wouldn't even happen. If you were
no,
to do this shit solo, or I to do this show solo,
yeah, 1,000
this
percent.
cast would have ended in like 20 minutes because I had nothing else to say.
No. If I were to do this shit solo, it would just be me angry ranting about shit. It's gonna be me just screaming about shit that just pissed me off throughout the day. And you know what? I ordered from DoorDash a goddamn Coke, right? And why did I get a Pepsi? And then people are just gonna be like, "Yo, the title says you're gonna
Contact
talk about
DoorDash,
gaming."
bro. Contact DoorDash. I'm sure they'll refund you. Like,
No, for real. I don't use DoorDash though because like they'll make your delivery go from it's like, hey, I want a $10 meal, $40, bitch.
bro. Yeah, this is why DoorDash and all of those food delivery services is what motivates me to get. Like, I'd be lazy and I'm like, oh, hell no. I'm
Mhm.
getting Shake Shack. I'm trying to get a couple chicken deluxe sandwiches or whatever. $50. Oh, hell no. I'm going over there.
Which is
Pick it
which is
up.
which is which is wild though because that's life, right? That's real life. In games, bro, I will do those side quests quick. It's like, hey, you need me to deliver? All right, cool. The princess can't wait.
Oh,
Let me go let me go give you some eye drops, homie. Like the princess,
bro,
she's fine.
I'm playing Death Stranding. I beat Death Stranding 1 and I'm playing Death Stranding 2. And that's literally, no, our boy in Distribution Center South, they need medals. Could you deliver that to them just so I could get a higher rating, bro? But the higher rating unlocks other stuff, so it kind of rewards you at the end of the day. Kojima really killed it with the second one, bro. You
uh,
need to
no,
consume the first one
oh
because
my
the
god.
second one is bro. The
Can
first one is good too. The story is crazy, but this second one, man, bro.
bro,
Now I see why it's in the Game of the Year contenders, but that's
that
might be another topic, right? Because
that's
that's
I do you and I are definitely gonna stream the game awards if we are both available.
yeah, no, that's usually on a weekend day. That shouldn't be a
Yeah,
problem.
we definitely should, and because I think I'm almost positive, bro, that it's gonna be Expedition 33.
I think so too.
I
I'm leaning that way as well. That
but
from the general feedback people are giving, but
Silk
there is
Song
competition. Like Silk Song just killed it.
and then
People are saying Death Stranding. People are saying Split Fiction. we have next week or this week coming up
You know what?
Ghost of Yote, and from the Metacritic reviews, that shit is shitting on Ghost of Tsushima. I know it's gonna get review bombed because people
Yeah,
are
because
anti woke, anti female, whatever. They're
anti
gonna
women, like
yeah.
it's like they're mad because they can't beat off to this to the main character. I'm like,
Again, if you want to do that, go download Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball and
bro,
have fun. Go
just
at it.
play Stellar Blade and just dress her up on in an outfit that does not make sense for whatever the fuck she's doing. But
Well, Kojima too, bro. With that Metal Gear, what that girl that she was
quiet,
powers
bro,
from her photosynthesis?
bro. I shit you not. I usually
She
don't.
like a swimsuit.
I love Kojima. I love Kojima, bro. But like I remember he said in an interview leading up to Metal Gear 5 that when we get that we're gonna cry. Everybody's talking shit about Quiet her outfit. We're gonna cry when we find out her backstory, right? And all her backstory was is the fact that she can use photosynthesis and when she uses clothes she can't breathe, right? Which would have been okay, but in Metal Gear 3, the end, the old dude is from head to toe in a camo and he uses um what's it called? Photosynthesis. Matter of fact, the
Yeah,
parasite, you know, I mean, he was using the same parasite, the metallic archaic is the name of the parasite from Metal Gear 5. He was using that shit. And that motherfucker was fully dressed. I'm like, oh, how come he wasn't in a little thong, Kojima? Like, also weird. You know, like the statue that they sell for her, um, from Konami, right? The quiet, her her boobs were actually squishable. Like everything else was like a regular set. And I'm like,
yo,
Kojima, what are we doing, bro?
bro.
What are we actually doing?
No,
But
sometimes I be thinking that these devs or great creators, they little conjure to each other and talk because Miyazaki has a little thing with fucking bare feet, and so does Kojima, bro. I just saw it a couple of scenes ago, and I'm like, oh, here we go. She
bro,
just had to take off her shoes for no fucking reason, just to show.
bro, there's a there's a there's a running joke that if you meet Kojima, don't shake his hand because in all his game, something
Oh,
or
you get
someone is
pissed
gonna
off,
get
yeah,
pissed on. Like
yeah,
somebody
no,
or
and I
somebody's gonna
told
piss.
you, in Death Stranding, piss is a weapon, bro.
It's weaponized piss. Like I love Kojima, bro, but Kojima, like if every one of his games, somebody out there is gonna get pissed off. And then Miyazaki also with like the bare feet is always the bare feet is always hilarious to me because I was like, because I used to be a denier. I was like, you guys are just
No,
overthinking
nope, nope. It gets
until
progressively worse. Yeah.
until that Revenant trailer dropped for Night Rain, and they had like
Yep.
the Evanescence song, and like I was like, you just see straight up toast. I'm like, bro, they added. I don't even think they animated fingers in this game, but this bitch is toast.
No, no, I can imagine Dustbloods, bro. I already know. One of those
Bro,
characters is gonna
some
be like that.
somebody's gonna be barefooted, bro. Like that's gonna be the draw, bro. Like you know what? I'm surprised that like a collector's edition. Okay, because you know in Elden Ring, you have Melania. Shadow of the Earth Tree, you got Mesmer. For Dust Bloods, like it's just gonna be a foot. It's just gonna be something. It's just gonna be a foot, bro. Like
No, you're right though. They still haven't announced like any collector's edition shit. Isn't that supposed to come out like
next year.
early next year?
Supposedly, they. That's actually a good point.
Because like even Night Rain, you had the Wilders as the pre-order thing right away. Like
It
as
was
soon as they announced it,
yeah, it was
pre-order,
Wilder.
it was Wilder's helmet or the statue. It's like,
That's actually a good point though. Which is you know now I think about it, it doesn't bode well if they haven't. Because usually when shit like that, when it doesn't happen, is because the team doesn't have or the publisher doesn't have confidence in that game. But it's just weird because a FromSoft exclusive is a console seller. I don't care what nobody. It's a console seller. Like if you're telling me that, hell, I know Sony owns the IP, right? But let's just say in the alternate universe that Nintendo acquired the IP of Bloodborne, and they say that they're gonna do a Bloodborne remake or Bloodborne 2 on the Switch only. I can see people selling their firstborn to buy a Switch 2 just so they can get ready for Bloodborne. If they do a Bloodborne 2.
hell yeah.
You know what I
Heck
mean?
yeah.
So a Dust Bloods, and you know what? Now that I think about it, we haven't gotten no trailer for it either.
No, so no, after just this little talk, I have the theory that because he has a very good relationship with Jeff Keighley, that it'll be revealed during Game Awards
The
because
Game
that's
Awards.
where we got Elden Ring, Night Rain, and all that. So
That's
I think
that's
so.
that's true. I know. So I know the Game Awards. You know what though? So one of the most interesting things, and Heretic wants us to talk about how stacked this year going. And we can't talk about this lineup too. But one thing that I was just thinking that the Game Awards love themselves some Nintendo, they love themselves some FromSoft, and they love themselves some Hideo Kojima,
Kojima.
right?
Yep.
And right now we got Donkey Kong Bonanza, great fucking game by the way. And we got Night Rain. Night Rain is probably gonna win like multiplayer the game of the year, some shit like that. I doubt it's gonna win game of the
It
year.
might not, but it'll probably be in the category. I
I mean,
mean,
what other
they
multiplayer games
sold
out there?
5 million copies within like 2 months, and like it took for people to say that wasn't a success. I'm waiting for the DLC at this point. I'm still digging down to the depths. It's just that I play with so many randoms. I keep getting kicked out of depth 4, going back to depth 3. So that shit's annoying.
I mean, what I don't know. What other multiplayer games have come out this year that have been such a splash?
Well, if you consider the one that's in the game of the year category, Split Fiction, that's also a multiplayer because it's co-op.
Yeah, yeah. But I think Split Fiction. I think Split Fiction is definitely gonna be probably gonna be nominated, but I don't think it's gonna win. Um,
Because no, like you and I both have experienced it, not together, but
yeah,
that whole last chapter, amazing, bro. That
bro.
whole last ending sequence, I'm like, yo, this
The
motherfucker
absolute
killed me,
cinema,
bro.
absolute cinema, bro. Okay, so
Killed me.
Split Fiction. I think you and me should do a playthrough together, right?
We could definitely do it.
We could do it. But
Yeah,
one of my favorite things, I think, what I love about Split Fiction. I don't think there was a world that felt like a
that
drag.
was boring
That
or
was
was
boring,
lackluster. Yeah,
bro. Like the abilities, everything about that game was so exciting. Like, cause I was playing with my brother, right, and it was like, you know, damn, bro, like your character looks dope. Damn, I saw the switch. Oh, your character, but my character got this ability. You can turn to an ape. It was just so fucking amazing. And then I love like the little side quests or like those little mini games or shit like
yeah.
that.
No, I had to
Uh,
do them all. Yeah, I had
I
to do
did
them
them,
all. Yeah,
bro. Absolute fucking cinema. Just like so many moments, and I like how even from a narrative perspective, which also does Split Fiction has a difficulty slider. Chad, the
I don't
Split
remember
Fiction
a
has
difficulty on it. Yeah, I don't remember
I
that.
don't think it does it. I don't think it does, and
The difficulty is again having a friend to find to play with,
having a
and
competent
then
friend.
there's skill because you be seeing like couples like what was the other game? It Takes Two.
It takes two.
Couples playing that shit, and they're waiting for their partner. Like, yo,
Yeah,
can you make the jump already?
just
Like,
make the jump.
please.
Nah, I think nothing more. Like I remember Split Fiction, like because I was playing when I was playing with Freddie, right, my brother, and when we were running from the ogres and running,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
the way we was roasting each other every time, like somebody fuck up a jump, like ha, what a loser.
Nah, the
It's-
only time Jay and I were reduces enemy count.
okay,
Okay,
all
okay.
right.
So I
See,
played in the normal mode because
but
I played with my 11-year-old son,
but also
and
it makes my point. Like reduces enemy count takes away the fun because sometimes when you're getting swarm in that game and a skip
a
option,
skip option.
that's
Nah,
wild.
no,
Fuck off.
no, no, no,
Not you, bro. But like that's wild.
no,
See, keep that shit at whatever normal or medium difficulty is.
no.
Like I
Skip
guess,
option, bro. Like the whole story is meant to be consumed in the story. It's like I don't know.
but also that the story kind of pisses me off because this motherfucker has an animus type fucking machine. So you mean to tell me that you created a machine that can project your ideas, your thoughts into a reality, a tangible reality, right? All this because you nobody's having new book ideas. Motherfucker,
No,
that
and
is
this motherfucker
revolution.
was just a straight thief, bro. Fuck
Yeah,
that, dude.
no, I get it, but all I'm saying is like you did all this, right? You did it. This is a multi-million dollar, billion-dollar fucking revolutionary piece of equipment. All this
Hell yeah.
to steal book ideas, motherfucker. Like, just like that's all it is, bro. Like you did
Like
all this.
everything that you could do, bro. This is nah.
Not all this that you can do. You can sell this shit to the government. You can sell this shit like you can train soldiers. You
No,
can,
you ever watch that movie Free Guy?
yeah.
That's what you could do with it, bro.
You
Like,
can,
come on,
oh
bro.
my, bro, you know how much like you know how much money I will pay to experience that bitch. Like, oh shit, like, bro, I was like, oh yeah, if you pay, I don't know, $1,000 for the day, you get to you basically
Bro,
get to relive
you can
Zelda.
name your price, bro. You can name your price. It could be $3,000, and you're telling me, here's the game. This is the only game that's gonna be there. Sword Art Online. You have to grow your RPG character, go up to 100 ranks.
Yeah,
It's gonna consume all your life pretty much.
yeah,
Any free moment is you there in virtual reality,
bro.
bro.
I promise you, it's gonna be like Player One type shit. Like people get addicted. Like no, you right. Like
Oh yeah,
my
exactly like
my
that.
wife will probably leave me because it will be me. Like I'll stop doing what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, all right, I'm going back in the world, bro. Like I don't, and especially like the way it was framed in Split Fiction, it was like, okay, your ideas, whatever. Like that's what it shows you, right? That's what you get to live through. So I was like, bro, you mean to tell me I could be Link in Ocarina of Time and I could just run around and shit? I would, yeah, I will tell you right now, I would not go into. I love the Souls game. I would not go into not one of those games. Can you
Nah,
imagine going
you're
into
lying,
Bloodborne?
bro. You're lying. You're in your imagination of what you've told me of what kind of story you would make for
No,
all of those
true.
games.
Like,
You would definitely pursue it, especially understanding the mechanic that you're gonna be like you just like every time you die, you're gonna reset and you're back. I don't know if you ever watched like
yeah,
ReZero. I know that shit
yeah,
can be
yeah,
something that mind fucks you because you're keep dying and you have to relive the events and seeing the people die precious to you and you're like, fuck, let me reset. But it wouldn't stop you. I
no, no,
don't
no,
think
no,
so.
no, no, no. You're probably right because I also know me, right? But also, like, there's is one thing writing a script is one thing, experiencing this as a game. But, bro, I just want you to just close your eyes real quick and imagine Bloodstar Beast in front of you.
Yeah, that shit gonna be scary as fuck.
You know what I'm saying? That's it. That's not even the hardest buzz. Like, just imagine BSB in front of you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying like Amelia because you can stomach Amelia. It's a giant ass fucking dog, right? Or dog like, you know what I mean? But I'm talking about the one reborn. That motherfucker just towering, right? Because we're
Yeah, yeah,
seeing
he
him.
coming out of that like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
grotesque
towering you.
ass.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like, and even if you when you go into this virtual reality, you have the ability to like die, quick step, and do all that shit that they do in the game. Cool, right? Let's say you can do all those moves, right? You also, I don't want to feel the feeling that you get in game of losing, like having no stamina. Cause not only am I scared, now I'm getting winded.
Yeah, that's why Sekiro's the goat. That man don't got no stamina
I'm
to
not
worry
gonna
about.
no stamina. I could run forever. But that's what I'm saying though. Like I will go on a second. You know what? I could probably go into Dark Souls, maybe Dark Souls 3 and stuff like that. But a Bloodborne, going in there and just the mobs of crazy crackheads coming at you, like
Oh
just
yeah, the idiots in the beginning.
yeah,
Oh, you
it,
don't belong here.
I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I think in first person, like you feeling those feelings, you know what I'm saying? Like again, if you have the abilities and that's awesome, but that means we dodge from a third person perspective, right? And we can see what's happening. All I'm seeing is them raising an arm and shit, and like,
No, you're right. Like you do the roll, and you're like your perspective is the ground roll,
yeah, the
other attack coming for you to do the other roll backwards or whatever. Like no, it's like okay, I lost my
like
perspective.
I lost my
You're
perspective and
gonna
shit.
get fucked up.
Like, I want you to think how terrifying it will be again. Mind you, and this is with somebody who has experience with this game. You just want to do this in this virtual reality type environment, right? Father Gascoigne, regular dude. You fight him in a graveyard. It probably smells like ass, right? Everything over there smells like
Hell
blood and
yeah.
disgust, right? And then this dude turns into a goddamn wolf. Now,
He opened his mouth, you just see hot breath come out,
hot
bro. Come
breath.
on.
You know what I mean? You fighting this cat, and I want to check how terrifying it is that he turns into a giant ass wolf, right? And when he jumps into the sky, you have to look up, see where the fuck is gonna land. Yo, what up, Big Spam? Hi, Cypher. Who is this? Wait. Are we
Who
playing
is
the game?
who?
Are we playing the game?
Uh, oh, me? I'm Jay Serrano. Nice to meet you.
Oh, I was about to say, you call me. You tell me who this is. that's what that's my partner in crime right here. Jay
They
Serrano.
see me in chat
Yeah, he's
as Jay Serrano.
and this
I'm
is
just here on the Sunday streams.
on the chill spot, baby. Every Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern. But nah, overall, yeah, I think I like I love Split Fiction. Could it win multiplayer? Possibly. But I think if we're talking about the
No,
nominees
to
for Game of
me,
the Year,
it's Night Rain, bro. To me, it's Night Rain.
I,
People say that there's not enough content or whatever, and then they show you the hours of expeditions that they done. It's be like 300, 400. It's like,
I
okay, you
you
say
know
you don't have time. put all those hours in.
I
Like,
can't
no,
I can't stand
don't
them.
tell me
Like,
that.
you know what? I can't stand a motherfucker that says that shit. It's like, oh, this game is fucking trash. And then when you look at their Steam, 3,000 hours. And I'm like, bro, fuck you. You enjoy this shit because there's no look. I have a very limited time. Like, I love Silk Song. People saying like, are you gonna do another playthrough? Get the different endings? Like, no, fuck you. That was 40 hours of my life. You know what I mean? That was 40 hours.
My problem is if it were if like you said earlier on this chat, I mean this stream, when we were in our broke years and we had nothing else to play, we had to consume the game as much as we want. We beat it to death.
Yeah,
Yeah, but nowadays our backlogs are already cluttered with stuff, and then we still have to look forward to so much great stuff. How could we be in the conversations and we're just dead focused on one game? Like,
yes,
I get it. No, and I don't have nothing wrong with that. If you are hard addicted to only Street Fighters and fighting games, Smash, whatever, that's
back.
you. I got it. But I'm like Cypher. I'm a everything gamer. I play everything, but real time strategy games. I don't play.
So no, I'm always gonna be a variety gamer, variety streamer. But with that being said, well, I don't know because I know you said the real time strategy. I don't like them
Like I
per
tried
se.
XCOM 2 because it was free. I got to a certain point and I was like, all right, because it's turn based, but it's also like planning ahead and on this. I don't know.
A
It's
lot of a
yeah,
lot, a
no, that
lot of
wasn't
a
for
lot of
me.
game for me, like a lot of game have like there's exceptions to the rule. I don't like roguelikes and roguelites, right? But I like Returnal. You know what I mean?
Returnal was goaded.
I like Returnal. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't care about strategy games, but I actually enjoyed um on my Game Boy and DS the Fire Emblem games, Advance Wars, and Advance Wars. Those games were fun.
I'm not saying I don't, because I think Civilization is also
A
like you have
strategy,
to think about the long
yeah.
run. Like I like Civilization as well, but I think it's cool how nations are invading and it's like a conflict and how you can progress to yeah. But
So
at the
so
end of the
like
day, those are just not my cup of tea. But it can be like even you with your fighting games. I play a fighting game, I'll get through the story to unlock all the characters, and I'm done because I'm already know I'm gonna shit pushed in multiplayer, and I'm not there for that.
I think everybody I think everybody should at least, and this is going back to the first episode, should at least try something new. I mean, because if you are not finding nothing good to play, but you only play first person shooters, not just Call of Duty, like you playing your Borderlands, Destiny, you're just playing FPSs, right? Play something, play some fantasy. You know what I mean? Play something with something fantastical. With like the Dark Souls, Kingdom Come Deliverance. I mean, yeah, that's first person. But I'm talking about like change the setting, change the game type, because you'd be surprised how often you play you when you're playing something that is familiar and you deviate from what you're accustomed to, how that can like reignite your love for gaming. And I say that as somebody who I try to play everything, and especially if my boy Jason Random recommends me something, and it's like outside of my the only times I don't play something he recommends me is literally because of time. I was like, it's like, yo, I gotta play Persona 5, I gotta play
Yeah, yeah.
Death Stranded, but
No, and I was literally thinking about that. Those were games that took me out of my comfort zone.
mhm,
One day I went to GameStop and I saw Persona 5 was on sale and it was like a steel cover one.
mhm,
And then Yakuza 0 was also like
Yakuza.
$20. And I'm like, let me pick both of these games up. And when I first started Yakuza 0, I'm like, why the fuck did I pick this shit up? But then I gave it the actual chance that it needed, and I'm like, bro, this story is ridiculous. And I'm like, the main story is amazing, but then the side story, I felt like a fucking anime character. Bullshit. I'm over here with this dumbass naked dude dancing in the street. What the fuck is he doing? I'm racing little go-karts. Well, not even go-karts, like RC cars.
RC cars. No, and that's the thing.
What is those called where the ladies sit with you and they give you drinks or whatever? It's not a strip club or nothing, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Like, I know what you're talking
yeah.
about. Not burlesque. No, but you say, would you say, and they just come here and they have a drink with you and shit?
Like their job is like a hostess club. I don't know if
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
what it
yeah.
is, but they're just there to milk you for your money and like, oh,
It's so
get them to
interesting.
cheer on you and spend a big bucks. Yeah, no. You wanna flex? This is for the flexers, bro. Come over here and flex.
That's what, and well, that's the point that I'm trying. The point that we've been trying to make is that some things are not for you. Some things are, and that's okay. Some things are for you, and you just don't know it, and that's okay too. But you just gotta put yourself out there. You know what I'm saying? Like if you say, "Oh, this game is too hard," it's because have you given it a chance? You know what I mean? Oh, because I feel everybody collectively, at least everybody in my life collectively, has played that one game. They were like, "Oh, this is not for me." They gave it an opportunity because they have people like me, people like Jay, in their ear, like, "Nah, just stick with it a little bit longer. I promise you." And then you get that moment, and then instant
Where it
addiction.
clicked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Instant
Hmm.
addiction. And I to me that was Bloodborne. Bloodborne was like, "Oh fuck, it's not for me." And then I was like, "All right, cool." Boom, instant addiction. Then I think I was worse than Jay because I went all in because after I finished all the Dark Souls, Bloodborne Dark and all the Dark Souls, I started playing just a bunch of Souls like.
Yeah,
Just
no,
because
you've played way more Souls likes than I have. The only ones that I've played are thanks to you, honestly, because I wouldn't have played Lies of P,
yeah. So
and I'm glad I have. But again, going back to the very beginning of the stream, I've been robbed of my experience regardless.
with Lies of P, yeah, no facts.
Yeah,
But
because of the difficulty noobs. Yeah.
yeah, nah, that's always gonna bother me because what was it when we were when I was playing Silksong? I think it was with the Widow boss, and people were like, "Oh yeah, I heard they're gonna nerf this boss." Like, fuck, I gotta be her. I gotta be her now.
Oh, you gotta do it
I
now.
gotta
You gotta
do it
do it now.
now. I gotta
Yeah.
do it now. I, oh yeah, I heard they're gonna nerf her. Like, no, I gotta, I gotta be her before this nerf happens. And but with that being said, bro, you got anything else before we end the stream?
Nope. So like we said before, please like and share if you like this video, honestly. We appreciate everyone that does come in. We appreciate everyone that did like it. Every time we see you, we hope to see you again on the upcoming stream Thursday to Friday, which are his actual gameplay streams. But we appreciate all the support for this brand new cast. Again, like I said in the beginning, we're gonna be your two favorite casters pretty soon.
Hell yeah.
And then you close it out.
Now with that being said, yeah, like the shits, like all of it, like this video, like all my other videos, and hit up the Discord. The description, the link is in the description below. I do stream Tuesday to Friday, 6 p.m. Eastern. You know what I mean? The games vary. I stick to story. For those who don't know, I stick to story driven games. So drop your suggestions. What you guys want me to play. The chat wanted Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. That's what we're doing. But yeah,
Yep, so that's on deck right now. He's
yeah,
almost done with Ocarina
Ocarina
of
of Time.
Time, and then Majora's Mask will be this week as well.
Well, exactly. And also, real quick, with that being said, this happens every Sunday at 8 p.m. So please come through. Check out if you missed it, catches the video. It's gonna be on the podcast shelf, and just like that, yo, we is out. Lo tigre.
Lo Tigre. Peace.
Peace. And we are offline, homie.